Okay, welcome to the regular business meeting on Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. Can you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? First on the agenda is the report from executive session. The board met on February 20th to discuss a potential legal matter, and on February 24th to discuss a real estate item and a potential property lease. Next up is the report from our superintendent.
Well, good evening. It's good to see everyone. We have a couple of recognitions on our agenda tonight. So before we get to our recognitions, I want to also make some other acknowledgments and also want to thank our community for the flexibility with the weather. We have continued to navigate this winter. There is a little bit of talk of some maybe up to a dusting up to an inch tomorrow morning that we'll be monitoring, but I just want to thank our community for their flexibility and support as we navigate. And I also want to just give a shout out and thanks to our operations team. Our operations team is really amazing. We've had some that have been with us for 20 plus years, and they said this last storm was the first time they wound up spending the night at the school, just plowing all night and working through the night so that we could start on time today. So I want to thank our operations team for all they do to And I also want to acknowledge tonight our 2025 Delaware Valley Excellence in Teaching Award. We are really excited for both of these teachers, Mrs. Zoga Fracas from Radnor Middle School and Ms. Baker from Radnor Elementary School, just two outstanding teachers. What's really special about these awards and recognitions is the parents and the community members that have nominated them for all that they do, the dedication to the students and to our district. So congratulations to both Camille and Olga. Okay. We have on our agenda tonight our new athletic director, Mr. Matthew Wicks. Mr. Wicks chose very wisely tonight in that he was going to be here at the board meeting, and he starts tomorrow with us as our athletic director. Was going to be here tonight, and then he found out that the girls were playing in the district championship for basketball tonight, and he said, well, as the AD, I think I need to be there. And we said, of course. So him and Dr. McNamara are in Westchester. The game started at 7. Hopefully we'll be getting some updates, and our girls basketball team will not only be playing tonight in the districts, but I believe they've already earned a spot in the state playoffs, so they'll be continuing to move forward. So congratulations to Mr. Wicks as our AD, and good luck to our girls basketball tonight. I also want to mention and congratulate our mini-thon. Our Radnor School mini-thon just continues to amaze me. The amount of effort and planning that our kids do in coordination and support with so many of the adults in our building, so many community members, parents who help support the effort. It's truly, it's incredible the amount of money that they raise each year. And there you can see on the slide the amount of money they raised this year for children's cancer research. It's really impressive. They've modeled it after the thon that happens at State College, and are running the mini-thon here at the middle school. It was really nice on Friday to see how many of the students were there, not only raising money for a great cause, but also having a lot of fun. So thank you, middle school, for making that all possible, and students for just a wonderful program. I also wanted to just mention that I think everyone is aware that it is musical season in Radnor. Thursday night is opening night at the high school with Anything Goes. Then we have the Radnor Middle School show, Newsies, and then the Radnor Elementary School Beauty and the Beast will be March 21st to 22nd. So we've got an exciting couple of weekends for the theater and the arts here in Radnor. And then our Art Youth Month opening reception is March 5th. With the exhibit, and again, another wonderful opportunity to highlight the works of our students here in Radnor. And then just for the board and community, a list of upcoming events, and that concludes my remarks for this evening.
Okay, next on the agenda, it is my honor, 401, the presentation of Pennsylvania's Secondary Principal of the Year Award to Dr. David Weidlich. So that's great. So Dr. David Weidlich, principal of Radnor Middle School, has been named the Pennsylvania's 2026 Principal of the Year by the Pennsylvania Principals Association. As a state winner in the National Association of Secondary School Principals, which is NASSP, the Principal of the Year program, Dr. Weidlich is a candidate now for the National Secondary Principal of the Year. He will be recognized for this achievement by both the PA Principals Association and the NASSP. Dr. Eric Eschbach, Director of the Pennsylvania Principals Association, will present the Pennsylvania Secondary Principal of the Year Award to Dr. Weidlich. Now, congratulations. We're very proud.
Good evening, President Duffy and Dr. Batchelor and members of the board and friends of Radnor Township School District. I am Eric Eschbach. I am the Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Principals Association. I am a recovering school superintendent and school principal, and I love this part of the board meeting. If you see me escape a little bit later, it's because there are other parts that aren't as fun, but this is a wonderful way to start your evening, to recognize your students, to recognize your staff after a terrible snowstorm, and to recognize some people that have been elevated to the top of their profession. The Pennsylvania Principal Association represents more than 3,200 school leaders across our Commonwealth. We are principals, assistant principals, and other educational leaders serving students in every region of Pennsylvania. Tonight, I have the tremendous honor of presenting an award that represents the very best of educational leadership in our Commonwealth. It's my privilege to announce that David Weidlich is Principal of the Year for the state of Pennsylvania in the secondary area. This prestigious recognition is chosen by a committee of his peers from among so many exceptional principals across our state. It places Dr. Weidlich as a candidate for the National Secondary School Principal of the Year. And it's a testament not only to his individual excellence, but to the outstanding leadership culture you foster here in Radnor Township School District. Dr. Weidlich, as you know, brings 23 and a half years of educational experience and 11 and a half years of administrative leadership to this recognition. Since joining Radnor Middle School as principal in 2019, he's transformed the school culture through his unwavering commitment to student success and well-being. His journey from the classroom beginning at John Walsh Elementary in Philadelphia, then as an English and social studies teacher in Downingtown, to assistant principal at Lionville Middle School, to Radnor Township, has given him a deep understanding of education from every perspective. This foundation enables him to lead with both vision and with empathy. You know, we received letters of support from many people. We received letters of support from sixth grade teacher Maureen Malinchak, from the assistant to the superintendent, Dan Bechtold, and Susie Brooms, a parent and a PTO president. And when I read through these letters, and I read through them again today, there were three words that just stand out when it comes to Dave Weidlich. And those three words are presence, relationships, and commitment. Dr. Weidlich has a reputation of being present in the hallways, in the classrooms, and most importantly, in the lives of the staff and the students he's been called to serve. And I would be remiss if I didn't say also he's present with his children in their sporting events, with his family. It's so important that this is not just a one-sided thing. I always say when you're the principal of a school, you're not the only principal of that school. There's a partner in that lives through everything that you live through. So thank you also to his wife and to his family. The relationships he's forged are not superficial, but rather they're personal. He shows caring and concern for all. His commitment to the school, the district, and the community are evident in the work that he has accomplished. I'd like to introduce you to the chair of our selection committee for this. This is Ed Roth. Ed is the principal at a neighboring school district, at Pencrest High School. Apparently not the people that you're playing in the basketball game tonight, I hope. because he's here. And he actually was on the team that visited Radnor Middle School, and I'd like to give him some opportunity to share what he saw.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everyone. And I have to tell you, as the principal of Penncrest High School in the Radnorshire Media School District and a resident of Springfield, Delaware County, it takes a lot for me to come to Radnor to say that someone in Radnor is the best in the state. However, once I got a chance to visit, that really is a no-brainer. Got to visit Radnor Middle School and quickly, having a conversation with Dave, the staff. Let me first say, if you want to know anything about a school, you talk to the front office staff. And there was an immediate feeling of family when you walked in the door. When we talked to Dave about points of pride in the school, he highlighted the happiness that really does permeate throughout the building. You could see it in the office. You could see it in the classrooms. You could see it in the hallways. You could see it in the cafeteria. You could see it in the way that he interacted with students and staff alike, custodians, teachers, fellow administrators. He also emphasized the focus on power skills. Those of us who are a little older, we used to call them soft skills. Particular emphasis on responsibility, collaboration, community, and creativity. Another point of pride is a strong sense of purposeful community, reflected in the fact that about 3/4 of the students participate in some form of extracurricular activity. This spirit of involvement is further exemplified by something you highlighted tonight, the Mini-thon to support the Four Diamonds Association. There's high expectations throughout the school. They are easy to see, and it is certainly more than a motto at Radnor Middle School. They are a lived reality for the students, the staff, and the broader community. The classrooms reflect a high level of rigor. I saw some amazing teaching walking around that school. High level of discourse and collaboration, and it really is evident that consistent routines and procedures are deeply embedded to create an environment where learning thrives in every corner of the building. Radnor Middle School stands as a shining example of how teamwork leads to exceptional results. If anyone from Penncrest asks, I was never here, but it really is an honor. Congratulations.
Dave, at last count, there are 1,447 secondary school principals in the state of Pennsylvania. 480 of those are middle school principals, but only one has been named the 2026 Secondary Principal of the Year by the Pennsylvania Principal Association. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present this award to Dr. Dave Weidlich.
Well, so for those who know me know, like right now I want to be crawling under a table. But to this, to the school board, Dr. Batchelor, Mr. Bechtold, to the cabinet, to everyone who's here right now, I want to thank you. I want to thank the PA Principals Association for this recognition. It's deeply meaningful to be honored here. Dr. Batchelor took a chance on me back in 2019 with the school board, and thank you for your steady leadership. And Mr. Bechtold, thank you for your partnership and your guidance over the course of my time here. And to my fellow Radnor administrators, especially for those who I've had the tremendous opportunity to work alongside, Sylvia, Doug Kent, Christine Bryan, and all of you who serve our K-12 students. I'm grateful for your collaboration and your shared commitment to students. And to the staff of Radnor Middle School, I love you guys, and you know that. This recognition does not belong to me. This recognition belongs to all of you. RMS is special because of your heart, because of your expertise, and because of your care. And to our students, who are not here because they are home, but I want them to know that they inspire me every single day, and they are the reason why we do this work. So, again, I'm honored by this recognition from the PA Principals Association and thankful for Dr. Eschbach's leadership on behalf of school leaders across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And most importantly, thank you to my wife and to my boys. Your support and patience make everything possible. Kelly has been with me throughout this whole journey from undergrad to graduate school to my doctoral work to becoming an assistant principal and to becoming a principal and all the trials and tribulations. And she stuck by me throughout it all, so that means the world. And to my son, Lucas and Michael, for those who may know Lucas, so during COVID when I started, Lucas became famous in the Radnor community because he joined me every morning on my YouTube announcements. I still embarrass him all the time, but by showing him. And Michael came to Radnor Middle School as an infant, and now he's grown into a young third grader. But to my parents, to my mom and dad who drove all the way down from Wilkes-Barre, to my brothers and sisters, they're the ones who instilled in me the whole foundation of hard work and grit. So thank you to you. But ultimately, this recognition is not about me. This recognition reflects teamwork, shared purpose, and a steadfast commitment to kids. I am so grateful and committed to earning this honor each day with service, humility, and heart. Thank you for all for taking a chance and supporting the middle school, because without all of you, none of this could happen. So thank you, everybody.
Dr. Wadlick, your colleagues have put together a short little
Oh,
video
for
clip
love.
as well. So yeah, hold on before we get started.
Principal of the Year and a great member of our district and community.
I think that Dr. Wadlick always puts himself out there to help all students.
The reason why I like Dr. Wadlick is because this one time I had missed the bus going back home, and I was really sad about it, and I was in his office and he gave me a Kit Kat.
He's invested and passionate about working with students and finding their success.
Dr. Wadlick really cares about the students here at Radnor Middle School, and he's super approachable, and he just welcomes everybody.
I am not surprised that Dave won this award. He puts everything he has into his job, into his family, into his life. He is 100%.
He's built a culture at Radnor Middle School where relationships come first, expectations stay high, and every student and staff member feels supported, safe, and heard.
Dave has made me a better principal, a better human, and a better friend.
He makes sure everybody feels like they belong at Radnor Middle School.
My favorite thing about Dr. Wadlick is that he's really nice and he walks around to the classroom.
I think Dr. Wadlick is the best principal that I've ever had.
He's willing to help and problem solve for you.
I like that he's always kind and he's welcoming to new students that come into the school.
Dave has been a great leader in our district, and as someone new to the district, he's been someone that I can call on during challenging times.
He's great. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Dave, you are my favorite current head principal.
Dave's just a sincere human being who has a genuine care and love for the students of Radnor School District, the teachers. It's who he is.
Dr. Wadlick has been an incredible mentor to me as a young educator.
Dave really celebrates the whole child, not just academics, and I think that's something that has really changed how we look at kids.
Dave is so deserving of this award, as he always puts the needs of students first.
He's created such a strong sense of community amongst the staff and the students here at Radnor Middle School.
Dave reached out to me in the first week of when I was an assistant principal here at Radnor High School. And he just asked, how are you? How can he help? What can he do? He was just there as a mentor and a friend, and that really impacted me.
He's not just a leader, but he's a leader of leaders. He's always willing to give that credit or accolades all around him and never takes the credit himself.
When something is wrong or there is a challenge either in our lives or in the building, it is no problem. No matter how busy he is, he makes time.
He is always his authentic self. He, no matter what, good days, bad days, everywhere in between, Dave is Dave.
Dave is a great man. He is a man of integrity, a great educator. He cares about kids.
Dave was a great choice for Principal of the Year. He inspires leadership by demonstrating leadership.
If I could explain Dave Weilich in one word, it would be authentic.
Family.
Energetic. Dedicated.
Flexible. Child-centered.
Understanding.
Integrity.
Inclusive.
Compassionate.
Genuine.
Driven.
Passionate.
All in.
Supportive.
Relentless. Congratulations, Dave, on receiving the Principal of the Year award.
Congratulations, Dave. Well deserved.
Congratulations, Dave.
Congratulations, Dave.
Congratulations, Dr. Wadlick.
Congratulations, Dave. Well deserved.
Congratulations, Dr. Weidlich.
Congratulations, Dave.
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations, Dave. Well deserved.
Congratulations, Dr. Weidlich. It's a well-deserved award, and I think all the students would agree.
Congratulations, Dr. Wadlick. We are all so proud of you.
All right, wow, that brought a tear to my eyes, so I'm sure it did to you, and I'm feeling good about nationals now, so.
Yes, it goes on.
Yeah, no pressure, but I mean, okay, well, next on the agenda is the recognition. Well, you want to take it over, Dr. Batchelor?
Yeah, I will jump in and take this item. So, in recognition of service of the Radnor Township Board of Directors in honor of School Recognition Month. January, but we postponed it to February because of the weather. January is School Director Recognition Month in the state of Pennsylvania, a time to recognize the valuable contributions of our school directors who ensure decisions about our schools are made as close as possible to the needs of our community and our children. These individuals serve as volunteers without pay. We thank our current school directors for their achievements and dedicated service. In alphabetical order, Liz Duffy, Sarah Dunn, Claire Girton, Janie Lau, Thomas Lee, Lon Rosenblum, Lydia Solomon, Susan Stern, and DJ Thornton. Public education is the only unit of local government spelled out in the Pennsylvania Constitution, which empowers school directors to set policy within the framework of the statutes enacted by the General Assembly. Our school directors clearly demonstrate a desire to serve our community in this unique public service role. Through their dedication to service and local public education, school directors demonstrate a unique commitment to the community's future, our children. The following resolution was adopted on July 18, 1985, and reaffirmed on November 10, 2012 by the Board of Directors of the Pennsylvania School Boards Association. Whereas the role of locally elected school officials has served the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and local communities in meeting the needs of public education since the passage of the Free School Act in 1834, and whereas these local school boards have discharged their responsibilities in public education in a manner which has placed public education in the forefront of our educational systems, and whereas locally elected officials have distinguished themselves and their communities in this non-paid volunteer public service commitment, whereas, we keep emphasizing that non-paid, huh? Whereas the contributions of these men and women should be recognized and appreciated by those who benefit from the workings of our public school system. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Directors of the Pennsylvania School Boards Association hereby proclaims the month of January, we're going to say month of February in Radnor, as School Director Recognition Month in this Commonwealth, and further resolve that this proclamation be communicated to all school districts, school officials, and local communities in a planned program which brings visibility and awareness of the role of the locally elected school officials to the citizenry of this Commonwealth. So tonight, in recognition of our school board members, and working with our art teacher, Jason Coons at the high school, and some of our student artists, our students in the classes, we do have a gift for all of you. So your gift is in front of you. So Mrs. Brennan, should I have the board members move? Why don't you all come forward and stand in front of your, stand in front of the podium, in front of your seat here, and there's a gift for you in front of your seat. You could each stand by the frame. And Mr. Coons, do you want to come up and explain a little bit before we unveil what it is? Or, so Mr. Coons, our high school art teacher. You have to come to the microphone.
Hello everybody. I'm Jason Coons. I'm one of the art teachers at the high school. And I'm here tonight to help present on behalf of the school district, on behalf of the community, a little gift that we prepared for the school board here, again, for School Board Directors Month, I believe, which was January. So again, it is a month late, but we're here to do that tonight. And we wanted to, before we give your gift, just quickly recognize first the role that the arts kind of play in the community. You know, as an art teacher, as somebody you know, who practices art and has been practicing art for a long time, the arts can do a lot of things. They bring people together. They help us celebrate. You know, they help individuals learn about themselves. They help individuals learn things like self-discipline, patience, all sorts of things. And when we were approached with this opportunity, I wanted to make sure that students also had the experience of the arts being a vehicle to show gratitude and give back. And whenever we do that within the arts, I'm always reminded of a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, which I'm going to paraphrase but also read so I don't completely butcher it. But he talks about gift giving and gratitude, and he says that the only gift is a portion of thyself. Therefore, the poet brings his poem, the shepherd his lamb, the farmer corn, the miner a gem, the sailor coral and shells, the painter his picture. This is right and pleasing, for it restores society in so far to the primary basis when a man's biography is conveyed in his gift, and every man's wealth is an index of his merit. And I always think of that quote, and I think it's appropriate in this instance because as school board directors, and as Dr. Batswell just mentioned, the volunteer work that you're doing, I think everybody here is bringing their gifts to this situation, whether it's law experience, whether it's experience in a business sense. The gift that you all are giving, I think, is the same that our artists are ready to give to you. And so that's why that quote kind of brings it all together for me, and why I wanted to share that tonight before I present you with some artwork from a very, very fine group of artists. Some of them are here tonight. We were hoping we'd have a few more, but we have our girls' basketball team out in Westchester, and also we had to reschedule this because of the snow. But for the members that are here, do you guys want to join your school board member real quick for a little unveiling? And what we'll do real quick also is, as these students are joining the directors, I want to just quickly go over all the students who are involved in this project, even though they all couldn't be here tonight. We have an extremely talented group of level 3 art honors students who, I'll be honest, directors, you guys are so lucky because this group is like phenomenal. So you've got some great artwork to take a look at here in a moment. But the full group, just so everybody can get recognized real quick: Cora Coco Connor, Gabrielle Gabby Yoon, Meredith Mary Johnson, Vivian Justice, Chloe Lau, Mia Lista, Ashley Liu, Sadie Palmer, Jay Silverman, Katie Soon, Jed Van Dusen, Alice Yang, and Claire Wan. So they all help contribute to this project, and I'm just going to give them a quick thank you and hear, hear. So without further ado, should we just go down the line? How do we want to do this? So let's see here. I guess, Mr. Lee, do we want to just kind of work? Maybe should I just want to flip it around there? Okay, so Mr. Lee, there we go. And this one was done by Claire. This is by Claire, right? Claire Wan. All right, so you're welcome. Yeah. All right. Next, Ms. Gerton. It's done by Chloe Lau. All right, Ms. Rosenblum. This is painted by Vivian Justice. Yep. All right. Ms. Stern, this is painted by Jay Silverman. Okay. All right, Ms. Duffy, this is painted by Sadie Palmer. All right, Ms. Solomon, and this was painted by Coco Connor. All right. Ms. Dunn, this is painted by, I think, Ashley Liu. Yep. All right. Ms. Lau, and this one's painted by Mary Johnson. And Mr. Thornton, painted by Alice Yang. So again, yeah. Yeah, and thank you. Another, again, tremendous thank you for all the work that our school board directors do on the behalf of the community. Thank you, and please enjoy your portraits. Yeah.
You can leave them here, and then we'll actually take them back to the administration building for us. So you can leave them right there, and we'll take care of them. Yeah.
They have to stay with you. These portraits have to stay here now for every meeting. These are the official portraits. Thank you.
Are you a Radnor grad? Coons family in Radnor. Jerry Coons, she graduated a long time ago. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. And again,
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
Very much. Thank you.
I just, now that I'm on the microphone, I just want to thank you, Mr. Coons. I mean, and I mean, I'm just blown away, and we will cherish this so much. I mean, I have all the gifts through the years, the crayon drawings. We cherish it all, but the talent is really amazing. So thank you for the students. I know I speak for all of us. We really do cherish this. So thank you.
I also have a short video of just the
process
of how
Just
this
keeps
went through,
going.
so we're just gonna play that.
So embarrassing. I mean.
Opportunities come along every now and then that provide a really good opportunity for you to connect with the individuals that your art is being seen by. I'm very happy to have been presented with an opportunity to show some appreciation for our school board. You are actually going to be creating a portrait of a school board member. Okay? Yes, I know. This group was chosen as some of our highest level art students here. I'm hopeful that you all are honored to have been selected and that you'll be excited to have your work put in the admin building and to present it to the school board members.
As these are starting to develop and as you're starting to let them dry and allow the value structures to emerge, these are starting to take some really nice shape. Continue to start to push your deeper values into areas like the pupils, into areas like the corners of the mouth or the frame of the glasses. You can come back through and refine with a little bit of micron. We can use the pen to come in and refine around the eyes again.
Just blown away. I mean, I'm always blown away by our students, but this is just great. So thank you again. Okay, on to public comment.
And
right?
just,
Oh, wait, sorry.
Weidlich family, the cake is yours to take, please, too. So, yeah.
Thank you.
And students, please have some of the cake before you
Take the cake home, please. Okay, next on the agenda is public comment. As per policy 006, the board provides an opportunity at each regular board meeting for eligible participants to comment on matters of concern, official action, or deliberation which are or may be before the board. You know, please note that although this is not a time for the board to engage in dialogue or discussion, the board does appreciate all members of the public sharing their concerns and perspectives, and the board, while not responding, is listening. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Morgan Dorfman. I live in Wayne and formally requested that the board add a discussion of the decision-making process behind the district's January 16th email to tonight's agenda. That request was denied. I am speaking tonight not just as a parent, but as someone who is deeply saddened by how this AI incident has unfolded. What happened to the students in this case is serious. It involved criminal conduct, it involved real harm, and it involved children. What has been equally painful to witness is the response. It is heartbreaking to see adults, leaders in our community, spread misinformation, downplay the dangers of the conduct, or suggest that there was no evidence when criminal charges exist. That does not protect children, it does not support victims, and it does not model integrity. The harm here is not limited to what happened between students. The harm grows when public messaging minimizes the seriousness of the conduct. It grows when victims see their experiences questioned or diluted in official statements. And it grows when the adults responsible for oversight choose silence instead of accountability. That damage extends beyond this case. Every student in this district is watching. Every future victim is watching. They are learning whether speaking up will be met with support or with dismissal. They are learning whether reporting violations will lead to protection or public minimization. Radnor has an opportunity right now, an opportunity to acknowledge missteps, an opportunity to stop the spread of misinformation and speak with moral clarity, an opportunity to show students that truth matters more than optics. Instead, we see public comments that minimize the conduct, followed by silence when parents ask for discussion in the appropriate forum. That contradiction is painful. If the district can speak publicly to shape a narrative, then it can speak publicly to take responsibility of the narrative. This community deserves honesty, victims deserve dignity, and our children deserve adults who model moral courage when it is uncomfortable. I am profoundly saddened that we are here, but I am still hopeful that this board will choose leadership over silence and truth over defensiveness. Thank you for letting me speak tonight.
Good evening. I'm Audrey Greenberg, Radnor resident. Trust is built slowly, and it can get broken quickly. On December 4th, 2025, a female freshman was called out of class and questioned one-on-one by a Radnor High School assistant principal about non-consensual, sexualized, AI-generated imagery involving her likeness. Parents had specifically asked for that not to happen. That was the first crack in trust. Parents were told that a report came from Safe to Say, mentioning her name. When that was checked and proved to be false, the explanation changed. Then it changed again. Safe to Say. Students reported it. A teacher reported it. The story kept changing. Trust continued to erode. Support was offered in the form of leaving class early or eating separately. Support that removes the harmed student from shared spaces without correcting the broader environment does not feel like protection. It feels like isolation. Then came January 16th. The district-wide email was issued stating that no evidence depicted anything inappropriate or criminal. 2 days earlier, victims' families had been informed that a juvenile had been charged with harassment. We all knew 2 days earlier. Those statements cannot both be true. The misconduct itself is not in dispute. A juvenile was charged. The question is not what the student did. The question is how the adults handled it. And when conflicting public statements are allowed to stand, trust erodes even further. We are told no additional updates can be issued because minors are involved. But correcting inaccurate messaging that has already been made public is not a violation of privacy. Why speak with the Philadelphia Inquirer, but not the school district constituents? This is about accountability. It is about leadership. Dozens of parents asked for this issue to be placed on tonight's agenda for structured discussion. That request was declined. Transparency builds trust. Avoidance erodes it. And let's be clear about the broader context. The overwhelming majority of AI-generated sexual deepfakes target girls and women. This is gendered harm. It is about consent, it is about dignity, and it is about bodily autonomy. I do want to recognize the students that reported this conduct. They did the right thing. They showed courage, integrity, they demonstrated leadership. Now adults must do the same. This is not about punishment. This is about restoring trust. Correct the January 16th email communication so that it aligns with the district attorney's public statement. Acknowledge that harm occurred. Refuse to minimize the harm. Yes, a 15-year-old deserves due process, but the victims deserve clarity. They deserve accuracy. They deserve dignity. Our daughters matter. Their bodies matter. And how you respond now will determine whether trust can be rebuilt. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to make a brief comment before. Are there any more comments? Sorry, are there any more? Any recorded? No. Okay. I'd like to make a brief comment before moving on to our agenda items. First, on behalf of the board, I want to acknowledge how difficult this situation has been for the families involved. We recognize the pain and the concern that this has caused, and we feel deeply for all those who are impacted. I also ask that the community recognize that at the center of this matter are minors. Because they are minors, we believe it is inappropriate for us to discuss the details in a public forum. What we do believe is appropriate, and even imperative, is that we focus on how to move forward to protect the safety, the dignity, and the well-being of all our students. To that end, we have already begun the process of examining our existing policies to update and strengthen them to better reflect the emerging AI and digital landscape, and most importantly, protect student safety and well-being. That work will continue over the next several months under the direction of Dr. Hand and Ms. Lau and our policy committee. We will also look to update our student handbook during the normal review cycle in our curriculum committee to ensure that it clearly communicates the consequences of engaging in non-consensual digital media. Our administration is reviewing related procedures and protocols, incorporating feedback from families to strengthen our response moving forward. Additionally, the high school is developing educational programming for all our students. This programming will reinforce our values of respecting the dignity, the privacy, and the personal boundaries, both in person and online, and will address the serious consequences of violating those standards. This initiative will be developed in partnership with subject matter experts, based in part by input from families. We are listening carefully, and we want you to know that the district and the board remain firmly committed to ensuring the safety and well-being of every student under our care. We'll now move on to reports from our board committees. We first have 701, the Curriculum Committee, Ms. Girton.
Good evening. Yes, the Curriculum Committee met on February 10th. We reviewed and approved 2 new clubs and 2 book adoptions. We heard a presentation from our communications department on a new communication app, Parent Square, which is being piloted this coming up spring for teams, clubs, extracurriculars as a kind of a unifying platform for communication. Our next meeting is scheduled for March 17th at 6 p.m.
Ms. Sullivan. Fine.
Thank you. The Finance Committee met on February 10th. We had 2 items on the agenda. The first was a presentation on the preliminary budget with lots of details, and again, the committee reinforced to Mr. Pauling how much we appreciate the way that he goes about preparing the budget and explaining it to everyone. And the second item that was presented was the DCED Public School Facility Improvement Grant Program. And I just want to commend Mr. Morris and Mr. Pauling for reaching out and applying for these grants. I'm really delighted that you're paying attention to these things and trying to secure some of that money for our district. This grant is, I think, basically to cover ADA improvements and upgrades. And so I just want to commend you again for reaching out and doing that for the school district. Our next meeting will be on March 17th. Is that still correct? At 5 p.m.?
Oh.
Or did that switch around?
Hold on. Is that correct?
Finance didn't move. Ms.
Okay.
Solomon, yeah.
We are still on March 17th at 5 p.m.
Okay, Ms. Lau, policy?
Sure. So the policy committee met on February 10th, and we ran a handful of policies through second reads, which are included in the consent agenda tonight, which you can see. But the bulk of our meeting was devoted to 2 discussion items. The first being examining a handful of our policies to make sure that they were completely up to date to deal with the unfortunate phenomenon of generative AI, which has been referenced multiple times already during this meeting. I would say we had a pretty productive discussion, and some of our policies were more up to date than others, and I would anticipate at our next meeting that we have red lines for the committee to consider under first reads. So I thank many members of the public who requested that we add that agenda item to that meeting, and because I think it led to a very productive discussion. And our second discussion item dealt with a proposed new policy dealing with enforcement action by ICE all throughout our country, and just our committee feeling like we need to be prepared as a school district to honor and protect the rights of all of our students, regardless of their background, their rights to an education, their rights to privacy, and proposing a formal policy in place so that all of our students, staff, employees know exactly what their rights are and what the proper procedures should be in case ICE conducts any enforcement actions on school property. So I would anticipate also at our next meeting that we will have a draft policy for the committee to review under a first read as well. So that next important meeting is going to be on March 10th. Thank you.
Thank you for taking on that work. Okay, next on the agenda is our consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve items 901 through 1402?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? So 9-0 approved. Okay, I gotta. Okay. Next on the agenda, I believe our committee, our liaison reports and community announcements. So first up is the Delaware County Community College.
Yes, thank you. There's a lot going on at the community college. I have just selected a few things to highlight tonight. So first of all, the student enrollment for 2025-26 is 3,916 students are enrolled at the community college, of which 85 of them are from Radnor, and we have one student who is taking advantage of the dual enrollment program at the community college. And again, that is allowing high school students to get credit for high school and at the college level by doing certain courses at the community college. There will be a ribbon cutting. I want to announce this. So the Delaware County Community College has opened their new Southeast Center. It's in Upper Darby. It opened in January. I think I have the exact date here. It opened on January 20th, 2026. They're having the official ribbon cutting ceremony at the Southeast Center, which is 409 North Lansdowne Avenue in Drexel Hill. It will be Friday, March 27th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And all of you are invited if you are able to attend. You should have received an invitation, I think, in your packets. Then just some other things going on at the community college, and I just, again, selected a few things. They had a program going since July of 2021 called the Building Community Campaign, which is a fundraising effort. It ended in December of 2025, where they raised $8.5 million in support of scholarships, programs, and capital priorities. So that is actually a huge and successful fundraising effort for the college. And another aspect I just want to highlight for all of you is that the college is undertaking a very extensive outreach to veterans in the community. And so that has involved several meetings with different groups, also reaching out to veterans groups at Villanova and Westchester and Newman University. And they had a list of about 8 different things that they have a coordinator of that and different events that they're doing to reach out and try to serve veterans in the community. And these are just some of the things that they've listed. So I'll share more with you at another meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Solomon. 1502 Delaware County Intermediate Unit. Mr. Thornton.
Thank you. The subject continues to be the search for new leadership at the DCIU. The next meeting is scheduled for March 4th.
Thank you. The 503 Delaware County School Board's Legislative Council. Ms. Dunn.
So this responsibility was actually passed to Ms. Girton. I have not been to the latest meeting. I thought it was going to Ms. Girton.
Nobody's doing it.
So I have not attended the latest meeting, but I will read the notes and get them back to you.
Okay, we'll figure that one out.
Okay.
I do think we must be having a Legislative Council coming up, right? Isn't that the Delaware County Legislative Council usually in?
I will check the meeting notes that they keep sending to me. Yep.
What? Okay, we'll check that out. Sorry about that. And then lastly, the Pennsylvania School Board Association.
I have no update at this time.
Okay. So now 1601 board announcements. We do, I don't know, did we update the agenda?
We haven't, we want to flip.
Okay, so we are having a schedule change on March. On Tuesday, March 10th, we are going to have our facilities meeting at 5 p.m. and our policy meeting at 7 p.m. On Tuesday, March 17th, we will have finance at 5 and curriculum at 7. So that.
And we haven't decided if we'll have to do curriculum first or finance second.
Okay.
But those will definitely happen that night.
So we're just flipping we're moving around some days in order to accommodate some people's schedule, the chair's schedule. And then on Tuesday, March 24th, which is a week early because of spring break, we will be having our regular business meeting. I also wanted to just announce that REF, Radnor Educational Foundation, will be having, they're not going to have their normal fundraiser this year, and this year they're doing the Harlem Wizards basketball event on March 16th. They did it years ago. It was great. It's a great community event. They bring them in, and it will be their sole fundraising event, so look for that. You can buy tickets March 16th. And then I also wanted to let everyone know that the Better Chance, the ABC House, is planning their annual fundraiser on April 24th. It's a Friday night at 118 North. On to 17, public comment. Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Claire first, second. All in favor?
Wait, who did the second?
Who did the second? Can someone second it?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Thornton, you second. All in favor? Meeting adjourned.